Hi guys, many of you on my tennis Instagram account asked the same question. How did I move to Canada? How did I immigrate to Canada? If I like it, and how they can do the same, and if there is any opportunities for them to move to Canada. So you know what? I decided to take a short video clip and just share my journey and how I did it. And maybe this is gonna be inspiring for you and you decide to do the same. I recently read that Canada announced new immigration plan for the next 3 years. And in 2021, Canada wants to welcome 400,000 new immigrants. The number is very ambitious and high, and the only time Canada welcomed this amount of people only back in 1913. So I think it could be a good opportunity for people who wants to move to Canada or who wants to try something new. Well, let's get back to my personal journey and how I moved to Canada. I am from Russia. I'm Russian, and my relatives, my uncle's family, they moved to Canada 20 years ago, and they invited me to visit them back in 2008. So I decided, why not? I would like to see new country. I would like to see how other people live. So something new. So I visited them back in 2008, as I said, for 1 month. And I really liked it. I understand that the experience was completely different. You can't compare if you just come and visit someone or if you come and you live here actually in this country. But still, I really like the atmosphere, the culture, the people around, the whole environment. So I just decided, yes, one day I'm gonna move to Canada and I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna live here. But I had no idea how to do that. I had so many questions in my head and I didn't really see a clear path for myself. So what happened 2 years after that, I started to apply to a student visa. That was, I guess, the easiest way for myself to go to the country right away and kind of try to figure out already being in the country rather than staying in your own country, like in my case, being in Russia and trying figure out how to move to Canada. I thought that could be a little bit harder for myself. So I applied to international student visa, and I applied to one of the schools in Toronto to learn English. When I got my international student visa, I came to Canada. I stayed at my uncle's house. I stayed with them. So I'm really thankful that I actually had this opportunity to stay somewhere, not just trying to search residency or any place where I can be. So I started going to English school, and then after 1 month, I realized, okay, I need to start moving on. I need to, yes, like 1 year international student visa is good, but I need to figure out if I want to stay in the country, if I want to move and immigrate to country. So I need to understand how can I do it. So and then also I didn't really have a lot of money. So I had some savings from before, but at that time I realized that my savings, it's almost nothing here, and I had to again do something and earn some money. So back in home, I finished 2 universities, and I also worked as a tennis coach. I worked as a tennis coach for almost 4 years. I got certifications from Russian Tennis Federation, and I was already a pretty successful tennis coach. So I decided, okay, if I'm here in Canada, maybe I can find something similar because I already have skills and knowledge, and maybe my English wasn't so good, and and I couldn't communicate very well. So that's why I decided, okay, what if I'm just gonna focus and concentrate myself in searching a job within my Russian speaking community, at least for some time, because I wanted to, eventually I wanted to kind of feel myself as a Canadian, as a person who can talk, who can communicate. But at that time, I didn't feel comfortable. I was very shy about my English skills. I started sending my resumes to Russian tennis schools or academies in my neighborhood. So, and I found a good place, Russian speaking school and tennis school, tennis academy. They invited me to do a trial lesson, and then after that they hired me. When they hired me, I basically just started working the second part of the day, and the first part of the day I still went to English school. So it was very well for me. It worked out very well for me. So I was pretty tight and busy schedule. So then I didn't really know what to do next, because I wasn't sure which program should I choose for immigration. So I decided to go to a lawyer and just ask her advice. My friend recommended a really good lawyer at that time, so I decided to have a consultation and just to understand which program will be more suitable for myself, and which immigration program will be more suitable for myself. So on that meeting with the lawyer, she asked me a lot of questions, and eventually she told me that I can immigrate to Canada as a tennis coach. I was shocked because, as I told you, I finished 2 universities in Russia, and one of the degrees I have is business economics. I'm a financial manager. So, and I thought that that would be maybe a good opportunity for me to immigrate. But she said, no, since you don't really have lots of experience, so you have more experience as a tennis coach, so that this program is more suitable for you. I was a little bit suspicious about it, because I thought, okay, Canada, really, they need tennis coaches? But the crucial point was that I actually had an honest conversation with the owners of the tennis school. I already worked at that time, and I asked them to give me only one immigration paper, or like one form they have to submit. This is like an invitation from them that I can work for them, and they actually need me as a tennis coach for the long term, not just for short term. So and that was a really important document I received from them. So I decided, sure, yes, like let me try. I prepared all documents, and I passed all English tests, and after some time I got my PR. PR is permanent resident card. I think it took me almost 1.5 years, but the interesting moment that, as I told you, I came to Canada as an international student, right? But then when I applied to get my permanent resident card, you actually can stay in Canada while you're waiting for the final result. So I told you that my visa, my student visa, was only for 1 year, but then I changed it because I found my job, right? So I changed it to become a foreign worker within the country. So it's a separate step I had to do. And then after that, I applied to get permanent resident. So after 1 year after that, I got my PR. So it took me 2.5 years, I think, maybe a little bit more in total. But I got my permanent resident card. Basically, I could live in the country. I could do whatever I want. I can work. The only one thing, I cannot vote. But at that moment, I was like really happy with that. So, and then when I got my PR, after some time, I applied to get my citizenship. And after, I believe, another year or 1.5 years, I got my citizenship, Canadian citizenship. So that's my story. And you know, dreams come true, and you just have to trust your gut, just trust your destiny, I guess, and work hard, search information, and just be positive. I think everything is possible, and especially, as I said, Canada wants to welcome lots of people with lots of different experiences, lots of different knowledges, backgrounds, and so yeah, why, if you're thinking about it, maybe you can get more information and get started to work on this. Good luck. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm happy to share more information about my experience or my immigration process. Good luck. Have fun. Bye.